everybody. Welcome to Business Intelligence. This is your friend, Jonathan Diolio. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season to be jolly, to be grateful, and to set a plan for what we want to accomplish in 2014. But it's 2013, it's not 2014 still. Jonathan, let's enjoy the holidays. You know, I agree with you. Let's enjoy the holidays. But in the meantime, as we enjoy it, let us as well plan for what we want to accomplish in 2013. Remember the 7 P's? Prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Now is the time to plan because tomorrow begins today. And I believe in the innermost part of my heart that 2014 will be better than 2013, but not better than 2015. Because the trend to follow with us is good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good gets better and your better gets best. But it's very important for us to invest the time and the space and the matter in bringing about that which we want to accomplish. Even when the circumstances are not conducive to achieving that which we want to materialize in our lives. I am reminded of that famous poem by Langston Hughes. I read it first in a book written by Howard Zinn, a famous historian who now passed away a couple of years back. And this book is titled The People's History of the United States. The title of the chapter in which the poem is presented unto the reader is, or does it explode? And the poem I want to share with you today is titled, I Too Sing America. And it goes as follows. I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll sit at the table when company comes. Have you ever been sent to the kitchen when company comes? Don't lament yourself. Don't languish in the corners of that filthy kitchen that they sent you to sometime in your past. But if there's food in that kitchen, laugh and eat well and grow strong, knowing that tomorrow, sooner rather than later, you'll sit at the table when company comes. You see, the children of Israel were brought out of Egypt, through the desert and on to the promised land. When they left Egypt, they never thought that they were going to be 40 years in the desert, wandering in the desert. They were thinking about the milk and honey that were flowing in the promised land. They thought about the milk and the honey, but they didn't think about the bees and the cows. Because where there is milk, there are cows to be milked, and where there is honey, there are bees that can sting you. What I'm trying to say is that in our enterprise to accomplish our biggest dreams, we're going to face setbacks. It's almost a certainty. The path to success is paved with failure. I think it was Thomas Alva Edison that articulated that principle. And if you want to be successful faster, you should double your rate of failure. Yes? But you should use your failures as stepping stones and use your deserts as a means whereby you gain the perspective to appreciate what the promised land has in store for you. The promised land is already yours, my friend, but you have to possess it. Yes, you have to possess your possessions. Because what you possess, even though you possess it, is up for grabs. Consider the books on your bookshelf that you have and you have not read. They are yours. Some of them actually say you've written on them, and it says on the front page, this book belongs to Joe Smith. but you haven't read the introduction, not even the preface. But it belongs to you. But it doesn't really, until you read it from cover to cover and apply the virtuous things that it teaches you about improving your life, at the level of your career, at the level of your spirituality, at the level of your relationship with God and your family. You have to possess your possessions. You own a book, read it from cover to cover and apply the teachings thereof to your personal life, and that's when you would really possess your possession. Oh, I own a piece of land in thus and such a place. It's yours. But you don't really own it until you possess it and occupy it, in a sense, and cultivate the land and start generating profits from that which you own. You see, we human beings tend to beautify everything that we touch. At least we should. So if you have something, add value to that something. If you read a book, if you own a book, don't merely take for granted what it says. Follow the Reagan-esque principle of trust but verify and see how you can add value to that. You have a piece of land, add value to it. Develop it. Till the land. Put your hand on the plow and start working. God has given you intelligence. God has given you talent. Beautiful. Go ahead and till that talent. Put your hand in the plow and don't look back. Because there's no time to waste. As soon as a page is turned to the left, there's no turning back. This very second that just went by is not coming back. So you better carpe diem and seize the day right now in this moment. Now is the time, said Martin Luther King Jr., to make real the promises of democracy. You see, certain groups of people back in the 60s were telling Martin Luther King and those that followed him that they should wait a while. And he said, no, I'm not going to back down. I want it all. I want it here, and I want it now, because there's no time to waste. When it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your blessings, you want them all. You want them here, and you want them now. Have a now mentality. If you're going to win, we've said this before in this program, if you want to win, you have to focus on win, on W-I-N. What's important now? Don't live in the past. Think about the past every now and then. Don't live in the future either. Think about the future every now and then. But most of the time, you ought to be in the present, because you're driving, and you have the windshield, and you have the rear view mirrors. But what's bigger? The windshield, of course. It's much bigger than the rear view mirror. The rear view mirrors are there to give you perspective. And it has a caveat there that says that objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. But you ought to be looking through the windshield most of the time. If you pay more attention to the rear view mirror than you do to the windshield, you might crash and collapse. Let's look forward. Let's look forward. Yes, sit down and jot down your New Year's resolution. But as you jot them down, don't pursue them in terms of year resolutions. Pursue them in terms of month and week, or monthly and weekly and daily and hourly resolutions, so that you do them now. And you have what it takes. You just have to develop what you already have. You have to till the land. You have to put your hand on the plow and sow the good seed so that you can reap the good fruit now in 2013 and even more in 2014. Don't move. We'll be right back in this your program, Business Intelligence. Welcome back to Business Intelligence. This is your host and friend, Jonathan Diolio. Before we say goodbye today, I want to tell you about a conference that we have this Saturday at Unicaribe in Brickell Avenue. We're going to be speaking about our methodology, our goal setting and goal getting methodology, Smartly Pursuits. You cannot miss this. This is very instrumental and important in what has to do with your personal and professional objectives come 2014. I hope to see you here. It's on Saturday the 7th from 11 to 2:30 here in Miami, Florida, in Brickell Avenue in 1901. Call the number on your screen and register today. Spaces are filling up by the minute. I hope to see you there and share this great methodology that we've developed with you in mind. I'll see you next time, and remember, thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. If you conceive it in the inside, you achieve it in the outside. So think on the bright side and have a great life. See you next time.